Stream starting soon. What else after that? Podcast overlay. That's still good, right? Just make sure. Yeah, okay. Podcast overlay is there. Need the chats. Chat. We're gonna get that resized today. That's gonna go nice and tiny right there, about right there in that corner. We'll just do a quick test. Alright, so that's working. Folks, we are getting ready in about 5-ish minutes. So if you're here watching it right now, this is just me setting it up and waiting for my co-host. I'll call them in a bit. So stream starting soon. Podcast overlay. Let me get my notes that I wish to talk about today. And if you hear the background, I got the kids over, as I always do, on the weekends. You know how that goes. You already know how that goes. I don't have a fancy thumbnail drawn up yet. I've just been having my hands full. Let's get a call out. 4 minutes till showtime, baby. Oh, he texted me and said, give me 15 minutes. So we'll just talk crap about him for 15 minutes. But let's call my little brother. See what he's up to. Hey, Dashy, what's up? You getting in this podcast or what?
Oh shit, yeah. I got somebody to hop in right now.
All right, come join. I'm in the Discord. Obviously, I don't know why I said that.
All
right, see you there.
General text, right?
Yes, general. It's the voice one. It's the voice channel. Okay. All right. Oh, that was fast. He's there. All right, turn this off.
We here. Hello.
Oh, my audio was down. Turn my audio
Yep,
up. There we go.
I know yesterday let me turn it up. There we go.
No, like my computer was turned down. I was what was I doing last night? Well, besides I got my son over, obviously, and then I got Jameer's son over too. Can't even get the names together. So everybody's over here. I got a full house. So I blocked out a time. I had to reserve it like ahead of time. Like, hey, I want this certain hour and I'm going to do my podcast. We're waiting 15 minutes. Elbow's probably taking a boo-boo, as I'm sure he is.
All right. I just put my AirPod in. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, hold on. Excuse me. Now I'm coughing and dying.
I'm going to be coughing too, but that's because of the medicine.
This is what happened, folks. Those December, maybe even from November to February episodes, those are what we call the sicko-sodes. We just in sicko mode.
Look at the bars, bro. You ain't retired yet?
No, can't retire. Not until I'm 80 and at the nursing home, splurging and jerking off of Jergens. You know, whatever Eminem said, I can't even remember it right now.
Jerkin with a jerkin.
Yeah.
Jerkin with a jerkin. You exported. I'm not. I need to work on my freestyle game. I can write, but I got off the top is a little sketchy up there.
A little sketchy. So, folks, if you wonder why I still say stream starting soon, we are not officially started yet. That's why. I know at 10 o'clock I said I was putting the hammer down, but Elbow texted me and said give me 15 minutes, so that's the reason why. I mean, it's technically 9:59 as I say that. But I'm just letting y'all know because you're like, hey, you ain't fixed the screen. Don't worry about it yet. We're not there. We're not there just yet. We're getting there. but we're not there just yet.
Getting there. What you doing, bro? I'm currently on WWE 2K.
I was shoveling the snow. Did it snow at where you guys at?
Yes, it did snow. It didn't snow too bad. The roads are clear and everything.
Yeah,
But
roads are clear. I was just shoveling the
it's down here.
sidewalk.
The crazy part is the sky is still white,
Yeah,
bright white. It looked like the ground.
the wife was concerned, and I'm like, that snow doesn't even look like nothing, especially compared to last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. So
Yeah, a couple weeks
I
ago.
just did it just to make sure she was fine. Because after this, I got to go back to Philly because I got my hair braided, but now I got to get my shape up because when I was going from the hair braiding place to the shape up place, they're far from each other in North Philly traffic at 5 o'clock, and I realized I left my wallet at the hair braiding place because it was in with Shawnee. So I was like, damn it. Now if I come all the way back, because I was already about to be at the barbershop, I was like, now if I come all the way back, I'm like, yo, this guy got to start taking cash out because this is getting crazy. I don't carry
You
around
don't
physical money. He
you don't
take
do your own
physical
shape
money.
up?
He old school. I do after he does it. I outline around it. That's what I do.
Okay.
I used to do my own shape ups, but it get tiresome, and I'm a lazy guy, so I'd rather just rock a Jay-Z or a Bridgerton haircut. You know, just give me the old school Queens Royale Negro jaw and just let it grow natural, however it grows. This is,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know what?
that way.
Let's make a
It's
mini
worse for me because I
podcast.
got locks,
No, we're gonna talk about it. We're
right?
gonna make a mini podcast. I was talking to West Philly AJ, and I said I don't like how Hollywood discriminates what characters they like to have on screen. When you got a scruffy black guy with locks or whatever, and the shape up's not fresh, they all of a sudden just came out of prison or some type of homeless vagrant. But when you have the
Unkept and all that. Yeah.
yeah, unkept, or when you have the scruffy white guy, they just got a beard, no shape up on the beard, by the way, and long hair. They never had a lineup, so it don't matter. They all of a sudden beach bums just chilling or Jesus. Like, why can't we get that treatment? I want to be Jesus.
Because they see the people that's quote unquote put together. They're clean shaven, got suits on, all that stuff. So like the stereotype is, if you don't keep up with your hair, you don't keep up with your life, which is not true. Not true at all. I have a not by intentional design, but my locks aren't all the way kept up. But I'm not no homeless bum just getting out of jail. Everything, excuse me. I need some water. I'm not no homeless bum getting out of jail.
I need some
I'm
water
perfect,
too.
no, well, a well-functioning adult. Job, kid, own crib. So it's like it's just the typecast or the stereotype of Hollywood, which we all know Hollywood is still trying to catch up to the times.
Yeah, for sure. There was a thing on Reddit. I think it was the girl from dang, I can't remember what her actor was. Laura Dern. A couple female actresses said this. They said that Hollywood back in the day, and I guess still even now, they need to catch up and stop casting young girls or 20-year-olds and their love interest in the movie is like a 50-year-old or a 40-year-old. And then she brought up her character from Jurassic Park, Laura Dern, and Sam Neill. So Laura Dern was about 23.
Wait, pause 1 second. Can you hear me? Well,
Yeah, I can hear you well.
I just had a phone call in the middle of Discord, and
Oh, that does
my
kick you out
Joe Budden
sometimes.
podcast just started playing, so I couldn't hear anything.
Got you. I was basically saying, because you say Hollywood need to catch up with the times, the female actresses feel that too, in a different sense, not about depictions of different ethnicities, but when it comes to depicting believable romances on screen, and not believable because it's like, oh, you got daddy's money, I want to date you. Not that. That's not what the story is about. We're talking about in Jurassic Park, Laura Dern was about 20 something, 23 I think, and Sam Neill was 53. I'm getting the ages wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comments. That's your little homework assignment. But it was a big gap between those two characters, so it's like, how would they have realistically found an attraction towards each other? I get it. They both science nerds. They both love dinosaurs in a sense.
I mean, I could do you one better. Remember, they used to cast 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds to play high schoolers?
Yeah. Yep.
Like play 14, 15-year-olds, and they got a whole 5 o'clock shadows and 401ks and all that.
Yep.
You could tell. Like,
Fresh
you
Prince of
looking back on
Bel
those
Air.
type of-
At least the first
Grease.
Spider-Man. Grease for sure. But John Travolta
I'm
always
looking
looked of age.
Exactly. Looking back on those joints and like hindsight, it's like it looks bad now. 'Cause
Oh,
you know what kids
what's
look
that
like.
movie called? Breakfast Club. Well, I guess, see, I can't really tell. I guess they probably was 20s, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, no, teenagers don't look like that. Teenagers are short and skinny. I just saw Madam Web. I'm still, got to get the review out. And I didn't know, this is probably not going to make it in the review, so people who are watching this early, I didn't know that apparently y'all love Sydney Sweeney. That's the new girl. That's the new
Oh
it
yeah,
girl right now. I didn't watch
that's
Sephora. I mean,
America's sweetheart right now.
I didn't watch Euphoria yet. I've been recommended
But
it. I'm going to get to it.
they almost got her out of here because she went to one of her family members' birthday parties or something like that, and there was a whole bunch of conservative signs, Trump signs, and stuff like that. In the party in the venue, it was supposed to be like a kids thing, but it was I could be wrong about that. But
It's a little
people
setup.
trying to get her out of here about that because she wasn't holding anything Trump. She wasn't promoting it. It was just in the background of her picture she was taking.
Gotcha.
So they was trying to get her out of it. But people love her from Euphoria just because she got some tickle bitties.
Yeah, correct. Tickle bitties, but I didn't
She
know,
blonde hair, blonde.
and I didn't know all this. So keep all that in mind. What he just said, and I didn't know none of that. So watching Madam Web. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off about Sydney Sweeney. Speaking of typecasting people, because she plays a blonde bimbo on that show, you know, certain demographics like that type of girl, so they kind of fantasize her as that, which is why she is a little bit more, more loved.
Yep. So when I was watching Madam Web, I forgot now what the segue was, but when I was watching Madam Web, I didn't realize that was her because, one, I'm not familiar with her. I only knew Dakota Johnson, and that's who all the press was talking about. Oh, Dakota Johnson's talking crap about her movie, and I was like, bet, this makes the movie more entertaining. I'll talk about my review later if you guys want to hear it, but after watching the movie, the three young girls, the black girl, the Spanish girl, and the white girl, that's basically how they cast it. That's not me. They all looked a bit younger, so I'm like, bet. Standing next to Dakota Johnson, who was a 30-year-old, all those 20-year-olds, that's what the other girls was, they was all 20. They looked like they was teenagers. So in my head, I was like, they did a good job casting it. And Sydney Sweeney had on a regular schoolgirl outfit, but they was slick because I had to do my Googles later to find out that she was tickle bittied. In the movie, she had on like the typical what's that thing called, like the Sailor Moon type thing, but it wasn't tight. The upper body was way baggy. Yeah, no, the ascot and just the shirt with the skirt too, but it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't like show her her what's the thing, her bosom. It didn't show her bosom at all. So to me, this is just a regular flat chested, skinny little high school kid. They didn't like college kids. They looked like high school kids because, like I said, they were smart to use Dakota Johnson, who was a bit taller. So it's like, okay, that's an adult, and then these 20-somethings are teenagers. So it all made sense. So the casting on that was good. But then I realized later, oh wait, Sydney's a grown woman. Like I'm thinking that they cast the teenagers, which was a dumb thought to have.
That's another show
movie,
too.
But yeah,
Euphoria, they got 30-year-olds playing teenagers. Because the girl that plays her friend in the show, I forget her name, but I love her. She is about 30 something, but she looked the best on the show, in my opinion.
that's because she's more developed. I believe it. Let me make sure my things that. Okay, no,
I can't believe I forgot her name, but she got those eyes. Like when you look at her,
gotcha.
she like hypnotizes you.
Does she have? I think the expression is "do me eyes." Is that an expression? I feel like I've heard that before. Maybe from Mean Girls.
That's the clean version, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's the clean version.
Yeah, it's those eyes.
We will be right back because I got to get some water because I'm coughing, and I know Dashy got to get some water. So let me press this little button, the be right back button, because I got to get some water.
Another year, we gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. It's gonna get messy. Just bless me. Bless me. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. I'm trying to test me.
I'm back. Just putting the headphones in.
Did you hear that Kanye West
Nope.
album?
Didn't even care to look it up. I heard that one of the songs got taken off because he didn't clear a sample. That's about it.
It was a whole bunch of stuff, funky stuff going on. It was pretty cool. I'm not like running to Kanye albums, but this one was pretty cool. Wasn't crazy, but it was cool. That's my official review on it. It's a
Good
cool
stuff.
out of
Good
10.
stuff. My only like favorite Kanye West album. This to show you the type of person I am. 808s and Heartbreaks. I
Anyway,
love
Star
auto
Breaks.
tune. That's
That's
one.
my favorite Kanye West album. I
And it
have so
came
many
out at a
memories
time
from
when
that,
I
bro.
was going through some stuff. Yeah, so that was the only one that I really ever cared about. Other than that, as I got older, I became less into music like full albums. I'll listen to your single if it's well produced and catchy, and
Or something
as
you
most Def
catch
would
like
say,
hearing it.
mall music. I'll listen to that, but I'm not catching nobody's full album no more. I just don't care.
I go to the ones who I'm fans of. Like I went to Smino's last album, Big Sean's album, obviously. Um, I and some other people I'm just interested in. I tried the Chris Brown album. His albums are too long for me. Who else? Let me look at my Apple Music because I've listened to some albums just to be in the know, I guess, or just kind of have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Because as someone that's still writing music, Tory Lanez album, Chris Brown album, Drake's. As someone that's still writing music and wants to work with some of these people, I kind of want to be with the ones at least I'm interested in. Want to be knowing what's going on. K. Tremino was nice. Ray Shremmer. Ray Shremmer had a slept-on album.
Ray
I think
Shremmer
it's
is
because
the
it took
group,
forever
right?
to put him out. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I thought they broke up. I guess everybody was trying to break them up.
they did, but they never publicly said it. They just stopped working with each other. And that's why, for the longest time, they should have put this album out like years ago, but they weren't working together. So that's why I was kind of slept on. It was the moment passed for them.
Gotcha.
But I liked it. It sounded like Ray Shremmer. It was pretty good to me. Jid's album, JID, his album was nice.
I like him. He can rap.
Yeah, for sure. He's one of the best ones. I mean, J. Cole, that can't. That's like the rap niggas, the ones that can rap
Yeah.
and make good songs too.
My problem is I just have such a lack of time. I'm working on and praying on for what we call him, Little Cypher, to just get a really good sleep pattern and just during the day, just carve out the proper amount of time because I got so many different things going on. I don't really have time to dedicate to anything. Like I haven't even been editing videos, folks. Everything that's coming out is going to be live streams now just because I don't have the time to sit and edit because I'm dealing with Little Cypher and Star Girl. She's working on school, so I gotta prioritize certain things, and that's a big sacrifice, but I'm okay with it. Gotta do what I gotta do.
As long as the product is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got streamers. These streamers don't edit nothing.
Oh,
They go,
wait. Let me. I
the
forgot I
live
still
stream
have
is
it
up
saying
there.
we'll be right back. We are here now. We're not being right back.
It was pine for free.
Yeah, I guess you could say. No, it was still recording, but I left the "We'll be right back" sign on.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to leave that on. I'm waiting. Yo, let me call, see where he at, because 15 minutes has passed, so now he's getting the phone call treatment. The problem is I got these news stories, and they're getting older and older, and I don't feel like making separate videos for them right now.
Yeah, make them quick hits.
All right, here we go. Let's see. You ready? You sound like you've fallen over all your wires trying to get to your desktop. Like I could just see you swimming through technology like a person trying to swim in the Chinese river through all that plastic trash that they have. The floating island of trash. That's what it sounds like in this background, folks. Yeah, I think it's in China. It's a floating island. I meant to say a floating island of trash. Because we just, instead of recycle, we just secretly send it to China. Like, y'all deal with this, right? Y'all deal with this kind of stuff? Make vest out of it or something? All right, go ahead. But yeah, you ready? You getting in there? All right. I'm hanging up. He's getting ready. He's probably got a bunch of stuff going on too. That's why I text at 7:30. Let me tell you guys, I woke up. So first of all, we're supposed to do a live podcast. Actually, even before then, I said, if we can't do live, folks, Elbow, I said, can we just do a pre-record it and drop it? He said, no, I want to do live. I want interact with you guys. I love you guys. I said, that's fine. It's less work on me because I don't have to edit anything. But at the same time, it's like if we miss a deadline, now time is not on our side versus a pre-recorded. I could just edit that John and be done with it before the next weekend comes. So he wanted to do live. So we missed last week. I think we missed the week before too, for real. But I ain't even gonna get into all that. So now I didn't really have any time to prep the topics the whole week. So this morning, literally this morning at 4 o'clock in this morning, I woke up. I think I had to pee too. But I just banged out all the rest of the topics. Not the news story, so you don't got your full baker's dozen. I was going to do that, but then it was 5 o'clock, and I was like, let me go to sleep because I still got to get my hair cut the snow. Because I saw the snow too. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to map out my day. So once 4 o'clock came, I opened up my Google Docs. That's where I put my podcast stuff at. And then I started working on the topics, getting them lined up, my thoughts on my feelings. I even got the full, what's it called, Guess the Movie segment. So that's ready. Like literally everything is ready. Oh, except for the thumbnail. I'm actually doing that on my cell phone now while I'm waiting. Let me get back to that. Oh, never mind. Elbows here. Let them unmute and then we're going to get started.
My bad, y'all. Was mute.
Yeah, man. Taking a big old dump. All right, let's get started. Going live. I mean, we're already live, but you know what I mean. Getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ahoy Maloy, mateys. Welcome back to Talking in Teacups. I'm your host, D-Cypher. Joined alongside me is Elbow, a.k.a. Armpit, a.k.a. Elizabeth. Elizabeth. There we go. And a special guest today, we got from Talking Wrestling, from Dashy's World, it is Alpha Solo, a.k.a. Dashy. Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Peace, love and love.
You know, Elbow, Dashy, it's good to be here with you guys today.
It's good to be here with me too, man. I enjoy my presence as well.
Like a Pat
my bit. That's my bit.
Oh.
it's like a Pac McAfee.
I love myself.
Well, if you didn't know who loves you, we do here at Cypherspit Gaming, and you can love us back on X, formerly Twitter. I know I said I wasn't going to dead name it. I mean, I was going to keep dead naming it, but then Elon Musk came at that book writer Stephen King. He said, "Stop dead naming me," so I'm gonna just call it X, maybe till I forget. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok. And I forgot where else. At Cypherspit Gaming. And if you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Cypherspit Gaming. We have some lovely tiers, and we appreciate the support. But if you can't do any of those things, that's fine. You can watch for free here on YouTube and Twitch. We have a live podcast every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. We've mapped out a time, even though some folks are 15 minutes late taking a boo-boo. Older episodes uploaded throughout the week.
Same black channel.
That's
is black
true.
time.
That is black time. That's
very on brand.
That's it. That's CPT for you. All right, coming up next, a baker's dozen. That's a news roundup of last week's biggest stories. Usually, if I miss a week, I explain what a baker's dozen is, just for case we get a new person. So let's talk Payday 3. Payday 3 has officially dropped below 1,000 players on stream, concurrent players. So meaning they look at how many people are actually online playing it, because Payday 3 is an online-only game. So in January of 2024, Payday 3's average player count on Steam dropped to just over, meaning just above 650 players. Now, this is a game that's meant for millions of people to play, and the average amount of players through that whole 30-day period was just 650. That is a big, like a steep decline for the since the game was released about 4 months ago. Some people say that it's the bugs that, cause people to really just hop out. Other people are saying that, man, the game was basically unplayable for the first week or two, and the matchmaking errors was crazy. So I know when I was trying to get into a game, you would just sit there loading forever because you can't load a private game. Well, I think you can load a private, but it still has to sit there and matchmake. So I can see why people had issues with the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the trend in the gaming industry. Like, something will pop for like a week or two and then loses hype or popularity or whatever. And like Multiverse. They keep releasing these games unfinished or undercooked, and people realize it after a while once the rose-colored lenses are off. It's like, oh, this game's actually trash.
You're gonna fit right in here.
Yeah. But with multiverses, I think the only problem with that was just OP characters. This one with Payday, you have a problem with just trying to play the game. Like not even anything about the game itself is well, some people don't like the cops on there, the game AI, but you can't even play the game because you're sitting there stuck in 5 minutes of matchmaking. So if you're sitting there, you're waiting for a match to load. It's like trying to play Call of Duty and it's not loading up in 60 seconds because that's usually the time Call of Duty takes. 5 minutes, you're like, well, I'm gonna just play something else at this point. So that's a big issue.
Yeah.
But moving on, you guys may remember last year we talked about The Day Before. That was the biggest scam game that came out that year. So it's an even bigger disaster than you previously thought. So the people working on the game, the devs, they were made to pay fines. So if they turned in bad work, they had to pay a fine. So not only were you getting paid a little bit of money, but if your work sucked, you had to pay a fine. They didn't even know what type of game they were making. They thought they were making an action game, but then they found out based on that trailer that it was secretly an MMO because, you know, the developers or the platform owners wanted to make more money. And then I told you the platform owners, after they shut down the studio when the game came out, because they didn't want to pay, they did refund everybody their money. Yeah, the publishers, they disappeared. So nobody knows where the bosses are at. It's two people that made the studio. Nobody knows where they're at. They're gone. They dipped. Like, this is going to make a great documentary, and I'm sure plenty of YouTubers already have talked about it, but golly. Like, how do you...
It's a common thing you see with publishers and developers is always, or nowadays, is becoming either miscommunication or two separate visions. Like one person wants to go the other way, the other person is thinking about money.
That brings me to, well, not another story, but this is kind of smallly related. The people who made Arkham Knight, they are Rocksteady Studios. They make solo single player action games, and they were forced by Warner Brothers to make it was a games as a service game, and that's talking about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
Live service.
Yeah, a live service game. That's not their wheelhouse. In the game, Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is a shooter. Not a lot of focus on melee and countering. It's a shooter, a looter shooter, like third-person Borderlands. That's not what they make. They make action melee-focused games. So yes, you're right. It's a clashing of the studio versus developers and what they're even known for.
I disagree.
It was like,
how could they fail?
It was like that with what was that company that made Dishonored when they made that vampire game?
Oh, Redfall. I wanted to play Redfall because I think it's still on Game Pass,
Similar
but I just
situation.
never got a chance to play it.
It was similar. The developers didn't want to make a live service, but they were forced to.
Yep. Because they see, and Sony too, so Sony can catch this wreck. I don't remember off the top of my head, but Sony wishes to make a live service game. They kind of, like a teeny bit, have it with Helldivers, just a teeny bit. But realistically, I haven't played Helldivers, but from the Reddits, they said you could just play the game and earn all the currency. You don't need to buy the battle pass. So that's why I said teeny bit have it with Helldivers, because there is a pass that you can buy, but you don't need to buy it. And that's the kind of game you want, something where you can actually just play it without it. But speaking of PlayStation games, apparently Sony's working on a new handheld PlayStation console, like not a Portal, you know, a device just meant for remote play. They're talking about something that's going to actually be able to sit and play without connecting to your PS4 its own games, or at least play PS4 and PS5 games. What do you think about this new PSP type handheld we got cooking?
So first of all, this is what they should have done the whole time. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting here trying to charge you $200 to play your game in a different room. Come on now.
Like a Wii U remote, by the way, because the Wii U remote couldn't go anywhere, so it's just like a Wii U remote.
Yeah, I'm not paying $200 for that. This is so the only thing they're doing is what they should have done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I've been clamoring for a PSP or another PSP since the first PSP, so I like it.
Yeah, and the Portal should have been able to play games just natively. Like, let me see. No, because then you would have to put storage on it. It's $200, so you would have had to price it a lot higher in order to play it natively. I get it. They wanted something for $2. It's a waste of. It's still a waste. I gotta see one. Maybe if I play one, I'll be like, okay, I see the vision. But from just looking at it on the outside, looking in, it seems like it's a waste. I know it's $200, but at the same time, $200 is still a lot. It's not a lot.
It could be a lot better.
Yeah, for $150 maybe.
We're so technological. Again, I can't talk. we're so advanced with technology, since I can't speak, that we should be doing more with what we have. But
Yeah.
baby steps, I guess.
Well, the thing is, I saw one reviewer mention you can use your phone, and it's this things you can put on the left and right of your phone called like a backbone. It's like basically it turns your phone into a controller. You
Yeah,
can just use
I want
that.
one of those.
Yeah, you could just use that, and a backbone is probably the same amount, the same price. It's either 200 or 250. I forgot from the video, but I was like, damn, you might as well
They
could
have
just use
ones
a
that are way
backbone.
cheaper than that.
And they have ones that are
that
cheaper.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, speaking of cheap, you guys heard about Argyle yet? The movie that with Henry Cavill? Yes?
I heard
Yes.
about it after it came out.
Yeah. So Argyle has apparently bombed. I enjoyed the movie. The review is up on the website. I'm working on the video review. But yeah, that movie has bombed with a 16.5 million opening debut. Now, the movie reportedly only cost 80 to make, but Apple paid 200 million for it because they wanted the streaming rights. So basically, you could say the budget is 200 million, even though if you ask the director, he says, "No way, we spent 200 million on the movie," but Apple did. So you got to go by that number. So yeah, Apple did not
I
recoup
would
that
not
loss.
go by that number. I don't go by that number.
But no,
If it
Apple.
cost me $80 the movie, I understand that they bought it for. I wouldn't say that they had a $200 million budget though. That's a weird framing of words.
It is a weird framing of words, and it's so weird because usually directors don't speak out on the budget because Hollywood budgets are always a mystery. But the director Matthew Vaughn felt obliged to say something because he was like, "Yo, stop spreading that rumor that my movie cost 200 million to make. It's not all that crazy CGI, even though the cat is CGI. But either way." No, the movie didn't really cost 200 million to make, but that's the cost Apple spent to buy it off of. So say, Elbow, you made a movie, your own company, and you was about to self-distribute this movie, self-publish it, whatever. I came in and said, nah, Apple, we need this movie. We need a good action movie. This joint gonna do numbers. So we'll buy it off you, 200 million. So you and your crew got paid y'all 80 million, excuse me. And then we'll keep the rest for our streaming rights and marketing and such. So that's where you get the 200 number
But
from.
that's different. That's different though. That's like people will pay $1 billion to have The Office on their streaming service, but The Office didn't have $1 billion budget.
That's true. That's those. It's not called. It's called streaming rights or called syndication. Syndication. Yeah, that's called that syndication.
Yeah.
And you know the good thing about that, those actors get a check every time it gets syndicated, so that's good.
What do you blame the bomb on? Do you blame it on the writer's strike or the lack of studio lack of promotion? I didn't know about this movie until after it was out and saw reviews on it.
Well, then I guess it's lack of promotion. See, I know about it because I go to the movies a lot, but the problem with the movie is it's not better than Beekeeper. Beekeeper is Beekeeper's an action movie. This movie of Argyle is like a action comedy thriller, so it's more weird. Even though when I did my review of Beekeeper, I said, oh man, the cinematography has some weird camera angles. It feels like a Matthew Vaughn movie. Then when I go actually watch a legit Matthew Vaughn movie, I'm like, nah, Beekeeper was definitely better. Argyle was more clever, but it was full of silly twists that, for me, I turned my brain off and just watched it, so I didn't see a lot of them coming, but maybe some of them towards the end, I was like, oh, okay, I can see that coming. But when you're watching it, again, it depends on what type of person you are. You may or may not see some of those twists coming, but some of them are pretty obvious, and I refuse to spoil any of them right now. But yeah, no, I don't think that Argyle was that good. I think that the marketing focused heavy on Henry Cavill, who's barely in the movie, but he's there a little bit. But yeah, nobody was checking for that. Nobody wanted to see that cat. Some communities thought that maybe, oh, by the way, the marketing for this movie was also, they made a real Argyle book, and it was like, ooh, who's the secret writer of this book? I didn't even know that was a marketing thing because I'm not on social media in that way of looking at that kind of stuff. So apparently some rumors was, oh, T Swift might have wrote this book. She didn't. I googled it. No, she didn't. They had another ghostwriter write the book. 2 people, as a matter of fact. And the book, they said, had spelling errors in the beginning of the, what's the thing? Not the introduction, but you know when you read a book, they have like a preface or some things. Who cares? The book itself had spelling errors, and it was, yeah, no, not even the prologue. Before the story starts, there's always like dedication page or something like that. It doesn't even matter what it's called.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there was a spelling error right there, and they took a picture of it. I looked it up on Amazon. I was like, damn. So they rushed it all out, and that's probably where some of the money came from too. They had to pay the ghostwriters to write a physical book. But yeah, no.
Sounds all right.
Yeah, it bombed. But something else that's probably not going to bomb, Starfield. Actually, I guess it is bombing because this news, it got a little bit sour, a little bit old. So Starfield was reportedly coming to PS5 along with some other Xbox exclusives. But then in an internal message, Phil Spencer said, nah, come on, bro. We're not doing Starfield. We're not doing Indiana Jones. We might do, what was it, Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves. So they was like, we'll do those games. But they're not getting Starfield. We just argued with them to get Starfield back from them. Because Starfield was originally going to be on PS5 and Xbox. And it was like, no, you can't have that. So they gotta stand on some type of dignity. But then Xbox tried to say, because, the rumors was that they were going to go just third party. They said, we're already the biggest third party. Well, yeah, duh, you bought everything. Yeah, that's how that works. You bought all the games. Of course, you're the biggest publisher. You didn't actually publish them. You just owned them. You pulled a monopoly move. So that was funny. And by the way, I like Xbox. So
Apple move. Didn't Apple pay all that money?
Yeah, and an Apple move too. Yeah,
That's basically what Xbox did.
Yeah, and people who are watching, I like Xbox and PlayStation, but all y'all bums compared to PC. So don't be coming at me thinking, oh, he hates Xbox. I don't hate neither of them. They both bums compared to PC, and I love PlayStation. I grew up on PlayStation, but I just had to say
PC
that
superior race.
It is. One day y'all will figure it out. But
it's only the mods. It's just the mods. Y'all have access to mods and
mods, graphics. I mean, come on, bro. Don't stop that. Don't make me get in my Cat Williams. Don't make me get in my Cat Williams. On paper, they look like they the better team, but we are clearly superior. We are clearly superior. Have you seen the RGB in our consoles? Our consoles can look like unicorn spit up.
Unicorns. Yeah, y'all ain't all that.
I meant to say unicorn.
Y'all just look pretty.
It's not a bad cat.
Y'all just.
Our back catalog reaches all the way back to the 80s. Can you play Pac-Man on your PS5? No, you cannot.
You sound just like him. Goodness gracious.
I've been watching too much internet. That's why I didn't know about the T-Swift thing. I've been watching too much Cat Williams coming at people. All right, let me get to the next thing. Disney Plus. They have dropped 1.3 million subscribers. So, Disney Plus, they're losing subscribers because they raised their prices. Uh-oh. And they also sent an email. Again, my news a little bit sour because more has been added to this. They've done an update March 1st, I want to say it is. I didn't write it down because, like I said, my news a little bit late. But now you can't password share. So they've cracked down just like Netflix, and you can no longer password share.
I heard that, and I think that's doo-doo.
Yep.
Just let people share the password. Just put a limit on it or something. I don't know, but
they doubled it. They not only raised prices, but they also said you can't password share going forward. It's crazy.
Well, they're following Netflix's model. They do the same thing.
Yep.
So.
Man, I wonder why Disney's losing billions of dollars every year.
They keep trying to buy everything and putting out crappy products. Let me not say that because I might want to work for them later.
Disney, I do want to work for you. I'm ready to replace Jonathan Majors, even though y'all did him dirty, but I'm ready to replace him.
I didn't mean that, Disney. I'm just potting. I'm sorry.
Just in case y'all need me, I'm here. Just hit me up.
No, forget that. I stand on business. I mean that.
I'm glad these movies are bombing. I'm glad these companies are losing money. I'm glad because guess what? Eventually, they're going to lose so much money. Either they're going to have to give us something that we actually want, or they're just going to go out of business.
I miss the old elbow. The old elbow would have sold out. In our first episode. Okay, I was about to say our first episode. He's like, "We sell it now. We sell it now." Who wants sponsorship? Speaking of sponsorships, this isn't a news story, but
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Let me just say that I would say screw Disney. Disney is the worst company ever. By the way, this episode is brought to you by Disney Plus. Subscribe now.
I thought he was about to say BetterHelp because that's what I was about to bring up. So apparently BetterHelp, this is not a news story, but this is news for people who don't already know it. They've been caught leaking information. So like you will go to BetterHelp, say, hey, I have a fear of clowns. They'll leak that information to like Facebook and other ads, and they'll say, hey, did you want this clown t-shirt or like I hate clowns t-shirt? Like they've been caught leaking information. So now people in the YouTube sphere are still taking sponsorships from BetterHelp, either knowing or not knowing this, and people in their comments are like, yo, don't you know BetterHelp literally is not private? Like it's leaking all your information, so it's not a safe space as it claims to be. And they literally say, oh, we wouldn't share your information, but they have been. So the latest drama, air quotes, is if you're a big YouTuber and you take a BetterHelp sponsorship, you're a big sellout because you know full well what they're doing. And one of my favorite YouTubers.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Yeah, I asked my wife. I was like, "Yo, should I take the BetterHelp sponsorship?" She's like, "No, you gotta stand on business." I forgot exactly what she said. She don't talk like that, but basically, she's like, "No, stand on business."
No, that sound like her. That sound like her.
But I was debating that. I was like, if I get big and BetterHelp start calling me, I was like, "Yo, should I be like, well, what's up?" You know, this episode of tonight's podcast is
Hey,
brought
get
to you
that
by
money.
BetterHelp. Just make sure you
Get that
know
money.
when you talk to them, you say certain things. All right, let me get to the actual last news story. This is actually new because as 5 o'clock came in the morning, I was starting to let me work on some news stories. New news stories, up to date. Fantastic Forecast has been revealed. So the Last of Us nominee, Emmy nominee,
Wait, is Barry gonna have good weather this week?
is who? Say it again.
Good weather this week?
Is it good weather? I don't know.
You said we had a fantastic forecast.
Oh, damn, that was a good one right there. That was actually really good.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Let me share my screen so you can see this. But yeah, Fantastic Forecast has been revealed. There it is. That's how you do that. I saved it. All right. And did I just delete it? Oh no, it's right here. There we go.
I ain't trying to jump the story, but I ain't too happy about the casting.
Yep. So you have Pedro Pascal. He's playing Mr. Fantastic. You have what's her name? Vanessa Kirby. She is playing Sue Storm or Invisible Woman. I didn't watch this season of Stranger Things, so I have no clue who this guy is. But Stranger Things knock out Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Human Torch, and then The Bear, another show I didn't watch, but I've seen this actor in movies. Ebon. Damn, I'm saying his name wrong. Ibn Mars Barak as Ben Grimm. As far as cast goes, it's whatever. I would have wished Mr. Fantastic was somebody a little bit more unknown and like regular white. Like Pedro Pascal feels a bit more Hispanic white, so it doesn't. I'm not feeling that particular one.
My biggest issue, like they creative differences, I think it was, or they couldn't come to an agreement on something.
Wait, what happened? What was his question? I didn't hear him.
What happened to John Krasinski?
Oh, he was supposed to just be a tease. It was just like, the fans really wanted him, and he was just doing it.
They said they were actually talking to him to actually, be the main Mr. Fantastic.
He should have been. He should have been, for sure.
Him and his wife were supposed to be in it.
And I think that would have worked.
It would have.
The chemistry would have been there. It would have made sense. Yeah, I do like Vanessa Kirby, but Vanessa Kirby, Emily Blunt is all the same. They're both pretty. I don't know the ages, but they seem like they're young. So I'm fine with that.
Emily Blunt is young.
Say again.
Emily Blunt is not young.
She not. Well, she got great skin routine, good moisturizing. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with everybody else because I don't really know or care about them. Johnny Storm, I would have liked maybe Zac Efron, but maybe he's too old. I know it. You got to cast young people so they can stay in these roles for 10 years and not quit because their knees hurt. I get it.
What would you cast Pedro as in a different Marvel character?
That's a great question.
You see him as? I can't see him as Mr. Fantastic, but
I want him to use his accent. I didn't watch Last of Us, so I don't think he had an accent in Last of Us, which is why people probably were all about him. But I know him as having an accent, so I want him to be able to use his accent. And I don't really know a lot of the more Hispanic Marvel characters off the top of my head. But in a role basically where he can utilize his accent and it won't seem like weird. He could be a hero.
Pedro Pascal should have been Gambit. They should have saved him for Gambit or Wolverine. I feel like Pedro Pascal would have been a good Wolverine.
I really think I want that fan casting of Daniel Radcliffe. I know it's not going to happen because he's like, don't want to be in 10 movies again. He's like, nah, 10 movies? I'll do one. I'm not doing a whole series of 6 movies.
They say that till that check come by.
Yeah. If he does do Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, then we'll see. Then, I don't even think that's a 2-parter. That might just be a one-off. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is who I would have wanted to see. Tom Hardy if he was younger.
The only thing I know, whoever plays Johnny Storm is going to end up being somebody important in Marvel in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Not Johnny Storm. Somebody else.
Wait, you said not Johnny? Do you mean this actor, right? The actor that's playing Johnny Storm now is going to be important?
Yes. Yes, he will be somebody else important in Marvel in like 10 years.
Oh, I get it. I got that reference. Yes, yep. At first I was like, what are you talking about? Then I got it. But apparently he did a good job in Stranger Things, so he's going to be good. The guy from The Bear, I've seen him, like I said, in some other movies. He was fine, so I'm perfectly fine with them. I'm not too attached with any of the characters. It just felt like Mr. Fantastic. I was looking for a different demographic, a different type thing. But, he's a great actor. He's going to put butts in seats. It's just, I didn't see Last of Us. As long as the accent's not there, I want it to be, and if it's there, screw it. We had a black Human Torch, so can I really complain? Because I was like, hey, let that man be great. So, and that was a affront to the comic book community. They was like, how he going to be black? How he going to be black? So it is what it is, it is what it is.
Isn't it, I mean, that really doesn't make any sense because isn't Johnny Storm Sue Storm's brother?
In that movie, they were adopted brothers or half brothers, half sisters. And again, I never watched the movie, but I've seen enough YouTube videos to know a little bit about it. But yeah, I'm fine with the cast. Like I said, for Pedro Pascal, probably would have wanted him in a different role, but I understand the politics of why you did it. You need a big star for this movie. But if I was to ever direct or make a movie, I'm casting cheap ass unknown people that have passed a bunch of auditions, obviously, because I need my movie to actually be profitable. And all my movie special effects is going to be on point, and I'm not going to be getting rushed by the studio, so they're going to probably say I'm hard to work with. They're like, yo, we need this movie out by Christmas. What? That's 6 months from now. Yeah, get it done. Oh my God.
Did they announce Doctor Doom?
Nope.
Or not Doctor Doom? I know they announced Galactus.
Oh, I didn't even know they announced Galactus.
I think I saw that this morning.
Okay, so that's the story's still developing then. So then I haven't seen that. But I didn't write down a dad joke, and I said I prepped, and I didn't even prep. Anybody got a dad joke before I go into topic number 1?
Let's say Dashy should have one. He's the dad in this room.
All right, Dashy, what's your dad joke?
I'm the dad.
Oh, I got one.
Yes.
I got one. Since I've watched enough Miss Rachel. If you watch Miss Rachel, you'll know this. What's the difference between a fish and a piano?
You can tune a fish.
No, you can't tune a fish, but you can tune a piano. Haha.
They have tuned fish.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you got one?
All right. I got one. It might be old. You might have said this before, but it's okay. What do you call a fake noodle?
Macaroni?
An impasta.
Ah, good one. Good one.
You do.
All right, topic number 1. I want to talk about what happened with the movie The Book of Clarence. So I recently saw The Book of Clarence, so in January, and I gave the movie on my video review a 9.5 out of 10. That's the highest rated movie that I've reviewed of my review career so far. But what I've been seeing is people have been saying this movie is a satanic, blasphemous movie, and my frustrations come from they've only seen the trailer and they've made an assumption. They've judged a book by its so-called cover. And I just got some thoughts that I want to say about the movie. And I know y'all two didn't see the movie, so this topic was just for me. You can blame my wife for doing this, because she was like, you should talk about it. It's called The Book of Clarence. Just came out. Lakeith Stanfield's in it. Bunch of other great actors are in it as well. I forget the names right now. But think of it like the movie was Atlanta. Have either you two seen that TV show on FX called Atlanta?
Yeah.
All right. As long as you don't think Atlanta was blasphemous, then The Book of Clarence is not blasphemous. It's just clever and maybe complex for some people, but it's not really that complex. I don't get why people saying that it was blasphemous towards Jesus. It literally wasn't. When you watch the movie, the opening shot, you're already set up with a false expectations because you think, oh, okay, I see what kind of movie it's going to be, and then the movie tricks you. It's not even that kind of movie. I'm trying to keep it
Atlanta have to
spoiled.
do with being about
So
Jesus?
Atlanta has no, I got you. Atlanta has clever writing and weird visuals. This movie, again with no spoilers, has clever writing and weird visuals, and they also both share Lakeith Stanfield as a character in the movie. So that's why I equate those two together.
I think that's a reach. I don't think Atlanta has anything to do with the Bible at all.
No, I didn't say the Bible. I said clever writing and weird visuals. So like in Atlanta, oh good.
Does the Book of Clarence have anything to do with the Bible?
The Book of Clarence, yes, yeah, 100%. It's all in that thematic era of the biblical times.
Well, I don't get the comparison between Book of Clarence and Atlanta. Then.
The writing, both their writings are clever. So if you ever seen two separate TV shows, but they're not the actor. I mean, yes, the actor's there too. But if you ever seen two separate TV shows, but the writing feels similar, I should have wrote that down as a note. But that's what I mean. Like, the writing is like, oh, okay, you thinking it's just, for Atlanta, it's just a movie about a guy trying to be a rapper, a TV show, excuse me, about a guy trying to be a rapper. No, it's much more than that. It has some nuance to it. And if you don't catch it that first time, maybe you'll catch it the second time, or when a friend explains it to you, or if you watch a YouTube video. That's what I mean about Atlanta. That writing is clever.
Yeah, but I just don't understand the. So you're saying if this is blasphemous, then that's blasphemous. I disagree. That's like saying The Office and Brooklyn Nine-Nine have similar writing.
They
and
do.
if somebody say Brooklyn Nine-Nine is disrespectful to police, and then you come on here and say that's like saying The Office is disrespectful to police. Because
No, I would say,
similar
wait, hold on. I would change that last part of that sentence. If you think the Brooklyn Nine-Nine is disrespectful towards the police because it's a comedy and they do stupid stuff, then you would also, I would say, me, not you, I would say, well, then you must also think The Office is blasphemous to office workers. Because how can you, they're both similar style things. How can you say one is blasphemous to one thing? That's like saying Atlanta is blasphemous to not Jesus. Sorry, that's probably what you got confused. Not Jesus. You might think Atlanta is blasphemous to rappers.
They only care about Jesus. You can be blasphemous towards a rapper. You can be blasphemous towards Jesus.
Well, blasphemy, yes, in the biblical sense, is only towards a religious figure. I'm saying blasphemous as in, like, you're disrespecting X thing. So if you think that Atlanta is blasphemous towards the black community or glorifying certain things, then again, my point is I don't think it's blasphemous at all. I was using Atlanta as a comparison because I'm saying that I'm trying to be nice, but let me just sum it down. You guys either only looked at the trailer or too dumb to get the movie. And the movie ain't that complex. I mean, I'm a pretty intelligent guy, but it can't be that complex. It's really not. The guy, I'm going to go into a little bit of spoilers. The guy in the movie, the main person, is a non-believer. He looks for logic. At the end of the movie, he becomes a believer. That is a normal character arc. There is nothing blasphemous about the movie. Atlanta, I've only seen the first season, so I can't deep dive into that. But the point of the matter is, neither properties are blasphemous to anything that they portray on screen.
Well, at the end of the Book of Clearance, he becomes a believer in Jesus.
Well, not even at the end, way before then, but yeah.
How is that blasphemous? He's a believer.
That's what I'm telling you, and I'm telling the people who make those YouTube videos that say, oh, all these hidden satanic things in the movie, and I'm like, there's nothing hidden satanic in the movie. What if movie was you watching? That's what I'm saying. Like, when you see the trailer, you thinking, oh, this guy talking about I'm the new Messiah. That's literally, I gotta go into spoilers, sorry folks. That's literally a small part of the movie. He does that because he has a debt. In the beginning of the movie, he's doing sports betting. He runs a huge debt with the local, like, bigwig of his small village, town, whatever you wish to call it. So he sees real Jesus, who he doesn't believe is real Jesus, because at that time, in that period, why would you? You see somebody out here talking about, I'm the Messiah, I'm God's child, you're going to be like, what? Or you're going to be a devout person and believe whatever your, preference swings. So he saw and he's like, I don't believe that. But then he starts to get the idea when he, oh God, I'm sorry to spoil this movie. He starts smoking some weed and then a light bulb goes over his head, but it's a really funny light bulb, like it's a real 18 or whatever biblical style light bulb. So it's funny. That's why I said the 18? Visuals. Not 18, you know what I mean? Stop trying to pick holes in me. Damn, what are you, Tucker Carlson or something?
Light bulbs in biblical time?
Jeez, guys, I feel like I'm on Fox News right now. Don't poke holes, just go along with me for a minute. You have to see the movie yourself to see the visual, and you'll see that's a visual gag.
Ron, did Abraham Lincoln free the Jews? Just spoil that for me.
Sure.
He freed the Jews.
Sure, why not? Anywho, so he gets the idea, I'm going to become the new Messiah. Then it's a whole montage of him doing fake, what's those things called? Fake miracles. And then, actually, before he does that, he gets assigned. God, I'm mad that y'all got me spoiling this movie. He gets assigned a mission by real Jesus because he thinks his first thing is, I'm just going to be one of the apostles. So they say, not real Jesus. He's barely in the movie, by the way. So one of the other apostles like, hey, in order to get in, you got to show sacrifice. So go and free the slaves, which is funny that you just mentioned that. So it's this guy, and he has slaves, and they're all gladiators. So he frees one of them. He gets lucky and frees one of them. And I'm trying to skip it so you can watch it yourself. So I'm skipping past a lot of things. Blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, he starts doing these miracles. He makes all this money. And then he has a moment where he thinks to himself, an introspective moment. And he says, damn, what am I doing? And he says, I don't want this money no more. Go give it to so-and-so and free the rest of them. So he frees all the rest of those slaves instead of paying the money to his debts. So now the dude that he owed money is after him. And then Roman the Romans figure out that there's a new Messiah besides Jesus. So they like, I gotta get all these Messiahs and kill them, because you can't be having Messiahs when Rome is the true whatever Rome. And so, fast forward to kill him and yada yada yada. I ain't gonna tell you the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The movie that I just described to you, there's no blasphemy. There's no blasphemy at all. Like, people tripping.
They got Jesus walking around. If you show Muhammad like they showed Jesus, the Muslims would have been upset.
Okay, that's fair. But I feel like people watched a lot of movies that depict Jesus, and now they're all mad at this one. And not to play the race card, but I feel like they're mad at it because it's black. So, spoiler, Jesus in this movie. All right, here's what I gotta spoil. The beginning of the movie, you see a dead white guy on a cross. You think, oh, it's Jesus. Okay, cool, funny, ha ha ha, whatever, in a black movie. But then you realize when you watch the movie. No, I'm spoiling it because y'all made. And let me finish my sentence. So then you see.
You see a dead white guy on the cross. Ha ha, funny.
Yeah, it's like you're setting that expectation, like, oh, okay, this is Jesus, I get it. You're depicting a white Jesus in a black movie, not haha, like hilarious, like, okay, I get it, stereotypical, whatever. That's what I mean. Moving on, you watch the movie, you see, because that's a flash forward, not a flashback. So you go back and then you see Jesus is actually a black guy, and the person, again, I'm not gonna tell you who that person is. You gotta watch the movie yourself to get all these answers. So I'm trying to leave holes so you can be curious, even though I've taken you on the destination. You can at least see what the journey was like.
I'll watch it in like 6 months. I'll forget everything that you said.
Great. So then you see the real Jesus is black. So I feel like that upset a lot of people. And people who only saw the trailer was like, why are you taking my religion and you making it a comedy? And it's like, it's heartfelt though. It's not a boring movie. And if you can watch, what was that Jesus movie last year that I reviewed? And it wasn't even a Jesus movie, I didn't mean to say. It's the movie with the guy that goes to prison. It doesn't even matter. And I talked about that movie, and that was a good movie. That movie didn't make any money because most people don't really care about religion-based movies, but I felt like that was a good movie too.
So look, Duran, it doesn't matter what these people say, because give it a couple years. I mean, Dogma, when Dogma first came, you see Dogma,
I forgot about Dogma. There you go. You should have been had my back. Damn, you just let me sit there and get cooked. I remember Dogma. Shut up. I'm just mad you helped cook me, and now you trying to save me. Fuck you.
Oh man,
Dogma's great. Dogma's great.
Yeah, when people look back at that movie, it's very critically acclaimed. People love it, but when it first came out, everybody said it's blasphemous. Don't show this movie. They're Satan worshippers. So people say this all the time.
Mind you, I wrote all these notes at 4 a.m, but I hate that Elbow cooked me. He was part of the cooking. He was throwing rocks at me. Then he's like, you know what? We might have been too harsh on him. Remember Dogma, guys? Oh
no. This is what happened. You said you pulled up this whole Atlanta thing. I agree with how you said it. I mean, I said I disagree with how you said it. That's all. I was not disagreeing with your point overall.
I just misspoke because I didn't say the part where if you think that the Book of Clarence is blasphemous to Jesus, you must think that everything that has clever writing is blasphemous towards something. That's the full sentence. I just abbreviated it.
Yeah, it's that's what happens when you make anything about religion. You know, people get defensive about it. That's their life.
But I also think because it was black, and I guess it was black centered, and black people are predominantly Christians, and they didn't catch the nuances of it. They was like, "Oh, I'm not checking this out because you're sitting there defying my Lord." And it's not. It's literally about a guy that doesn't believe becomes a believer. Like, that's the most Jesus Christian thing you can have. It's an amazing movie. Go see that movie. Sorry, it's not in the movie theaters anymore. My bad. They took it out.
I hope you don't take it too seriously what these people say, because like Dashi was saying, they're always going to say anything. You make anything about religion, there's going to be some nuts who say that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't. It's just I saw it on YouTube first, then I saw it on Reddit, and I'm like, how are y'all saying? I didn't respond to it because it's too much to type. I was like, how y'all saying this movie blasphemous? So it made me want to make this a topic because I was going to leave it alone. My topics don't usually involve movies you guys didn't see. I'm glad you guys had some interaction, but she was like, you should just talk about it. And I was like, screw it, I'll talk about it. But let's get on to sipping tea.
Have you ever seen The Craft?
The Craft? No, I've seen a lot of movies, but that doesn't strike me as a name I remember.
So it's a 1990s movie. It's got Neve Campbell. It's got so you ever see Half and Half with the two black chicks?
Nope.
That were like half sisters?
Nope.
Crap. It's got the one darker black sister. It's got the girl, what the heck is her name from Waterboy? Vicky Valancourt.
Dang, you taking me back on the 90s trip. No, Sorry.
So
This one I have to say no
Vicky
to.
Valancourt.
You said what?
Vicky Valancourt, Bobby Boucher's girlfriend.
It's not really doing anything for me. Dashy, you seen this? You know this? Anything?
Okay.
Help me out? No.
No, nothing.
All right, so well, it has like it's four girls. They get into witchcraft and they start to like curse people like in their school, and they start to like use magic to like f with people and get what they want.
Ooh,
That
definitely.
movie is like just such a teenager kind of like teenage girl kind of movie. Like, oh, I like this boy, I'm gonna make him fall in love with me. Oh, I hate this girl, I'm gonna make her hair fall out. That kind of stuff. Everybody, like, I just remember being a kid and everybody was saying that movie is blasphemous. Oh, that's a devil worshiper movie.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
no, I didn't have that
it's just a
effect.
teenage-
2001 though, my dad was definitely like, "Yo, you can't read Harry Potter," because they was thinking that stuff was
Oh my
definitely
god,
yeah.
that's the worst one.
Yeah, that was 2001. That's when that movie came out. I had read the book. I think I read all that after, but I remember my dad was like, "No," because you know, our community sometimes, we're all black on this podcast for people who are just listening. Our community sometimes we can get misinformed, and we was just told that anything you don't understand is pretty much the devil. So magicians, that's why sometimes you see black people we really like magic because it's like, oh, this is weird. It's kind of like voodoo. You know, we mess with that voodoo stereotypically. So yeah, they was like, yeah, you can't mess with Harry Potter. That's the devil. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. But let's get to sipping tea, and then we're gonna end it here just because I gotta go get my haircut. I got an appointment at 12. I didn't know we was gonna get this far. Yeah, I know we got a crazy and I gotta drive all the way to North Philly from where I'm at. So you know that's quite.
Whoa. Before you go, let's do the movie segment.
Oh, I was gonna say we could do sipping tea, but yeah, all right, cool. That's cool. I could break this up into the next thing. Yes, movie segment. It is, folks. Hope you guys are ready. Let me get that pulled up. It's time for Dashy. You're gonna help us guess the movie. You can either watch the stream or I can cast it on the screen on the whatchamacallit.
On Discord?
Yeah, cast it on the Discord.
Much quicker that way.
There it is.
For me.
Close your eyes.
Oh, okay.
I meant to say that.
When you're ready.
How's it doing that? All right, hold on a second.
Game has ended.
No, that's because it's trying not to let me put it on full screen. I hate when it does that.
What's your son saying? Meow.
He just watching some cartoon. They got cats in there. Now he think he a cat. He was a rabbit the other day. I mean a frog on Ribbit.
All right, it's time for Guess the Movie. For some reason, it's not trying to put my X's and O's background up. I don't know why it's doing that. But this has a theme, and I'll tell you the theme at the end, because if I tell you up top, you'll know every movie. Which, by the way, it's 2 brains here, so you should get a 10 out of 10, but I am expecting at least an 8 or a 9 out of 10. So, Dashy, if you've never played this before...
I mean, this one's super easy.
Yeah, Dashy, if you've never played this before, basically I show an AI-generated image. Sometimes it's a movie poster, sometimes it's a movie screen, sometimes if we're doing video game characters, it's that. And then you guess what it is, and I just go to the next slide. So, guess the movie. What is this?
Looks like
Fantastic Four.
Which Fantastic
X-Men.
Four? Which X-Men?
Fantastic for the... What you mean, which one? This is the one with Michael B. Jordan, right?
Okay, we got one for Michael B. Jordan. Dashy, what you picking? Same thing, you agreeing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's guess the movie. Oh, can I not press this part? Oh, that's going to be annoying to do that every time. Yes, correct, it is. Fan 4 stick. Correct.
And of course, I like how they tried to switch it out, the black guy for the white guy.
All right, it's time for Guess the... Oh, wait. Is the stream not watching this? Let me, I just realized I gotta put this on stream if I need to show my screen. Oh, close your eyes.
Well,
Don't
they look
at
very
it. Don't
similar. I
look at it.
can tell between the new one and the old. Although I can tell you the first 3 I do know. I can't even see the 4th one there. I'm gonna let Dashy
I got
get
hair in my
guess
championship belt.
first.
Yeah, because I'm not even looking at the screen right now. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, and...
We're ready. You can see the side, fool. Oh, there you go.
I was about to say, you can still see it? Oh, man. All right, show anyway. There we go. All right.
There we
Sorry,
go.
you might know it because we've had some technical difficulties. So go ahead, just guess it. Let's move on.
I mean, we were gonna know this one anyway.
It's Catwoman, right?
Guess
Go on, Halle
the
Berry.
movie. Yes,
Catwoman.
Catwoman with Halle Berry. Correct.
Halle Berry.
Not Zoe Kravitz. Not yet. All right. Guess the movie.
Oh, what's this? Electra? I don't know.
Electra, Jennifer Garner.
And let's see if they guessed it. Correct. Yeah, what happened to my
Okay.
X's and
What's this?
O's?
Her? Is this a character or her own movie?
That's her own movie. These are movies.
No, she had her own movie.
Yep, these are movies.
I did not know that.
2005 possibly. All right, let's see if I got you now. The horrible
what the
AI
heck?
art.
This is Justice League.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cyborg and looks like Green Lantern.
All right, show me Justice League on the board. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Batman and Robin.
Oh, Mr. Freeze. Yo, Mr. Freeze got me. I thought that was Cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
the AI art, man. So crazy. All right, guess the movie.
It's Deadpool.
He looks just like Ryan Reynolds.
He does. I
That's
know.
Green Lantern.
Goddamn jawline is amazing. This dude works out. All right, yeah, Green Lantern. I was gonna pick a different one, but I was like, it's 4:00 in the morning. Me doing this, so I'm just you get what you get. All right, guess the movie.
Looks like Indiana Jones.
Okay, we got Indiana
Wait, no,
Jones.
these are superhero movies. What the heck superhero is this?
Or is it
What the heck?
Are these movies from a certain genre? Are these movies from a certain year? Are these movies from a certain decade? Are these movies from a certain director, certain writer? What's the theme? He's trying to figure out the theme, folks. He almost has it. Does he? Or does he not? Who knows?
These are
It's not like-
superhero sidekicks, right?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Because you got Catwoman, you got Batman and
Mr. Freeze.
Robin, you got Elektra. So these are like secondary superheroes.
That's like villain.
Oh, who the heck is that?
So what's this? So it's not a poster. This is like a
I made
scene
it
from-
harder. Yeah, this is a scene. Because posters were getting too easy. Even at 4:00 in the morning, my sleepy brain realized that I can't have y'all sweep me 10 out of 10.
It's not.
Look at this little flower on her chest. What does that remind you of? Because that's not nothing.
Tiggle bitty holder.
Big old bitty. She
Yeah, dude. What's that flower on her chest?
It's called a bosom.
Oh my god.
flower.
I'm not usually giving a guess on this one.
All right, give me a guess.
Wild Wild West.
All right, Dashy, we locking that in. Wild Wild West. You guys are working together, so Wild Wild West.
Sure. We go with that one.
Show me Wild Wild West on the board. Oh, Jonah Hex, you bums. Jonah Hex. Come on. With my man, Thanos. Can't even think of his name right now.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. All right, time for
Jeff
Guess the Movie.
This isn't Blue Beetle, is it?
That's what I was thinking.
Locking it in. Are we locking it in?
Oh, you don't look like a beetle.
It looks like a black woman, actually.
Tony Stark was this.
I didn't use my normal AI generator, so this one comes again 4:00 in the morning. Very tired, very last minute.
Crap. I don't even know.
I'm gonna just stick.
Yeah, put him.
I don't know. They race swapped before. I'm gonna go
Put
with
him
Black
Blue
Beetle.
Beetle.
Blue Beetle, we locking it in.
Black Beetle?
Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle. My bad.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know Black Beetle. That must be a new movie I'm not familiar with. Show me Blue Beetle. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal steal. You guys. You guys.
Yeah, bro. These are like superheroes, but like obscure as superheroes.
Are you ready for the next
He
one?
messed us up with Fantastic Four.
Guess the movie.
This is Sin City.
Sin Cities would look like, yeah.
All right, lock it in. Show me Sin City. This is The Spirit. Come on. Came out after Sin City. Tried to recoup the magic, but it couldn't. 2008 or 9. I was very tired when I was making this. Guess the movie.
Morbius.
We locking it in?
Yeah.
That's on that.
Sure it's not Dragon Ball Z? Guess the movie. It is Morbius. It's morbing time. All right. I think this is the last one. Guess the movie.
What the heck is going on in this picture? Is she lighting her cigarette? Look at her hand.
Yeah, like what?
AI can't do hands well.
X-Men, like that's Cyclops and that's
Ice Spice.
yeah,
Cyclops and Ice Spice.
that's who I see.
So X-Men what?
Days of Future Past.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
So many of
First
them.
Class is so many.
There's so many. I don't know. I don't even not sure if that's Cyclops for he just maybe John Krasinski in shades or something.
He looks like Ben Affleck.
White guys.
Oh man, I thought my headphones. Hold up, I can't hear y'all. Y'all made
Ben
me
Affleck
laugh.
was a superhero. He was Batman.
Y'all made me laugh so much I dropped my headphones. I didn't think I could laugh that hard. Damn. Oh,
It looked like he's slapping her, so I can't say it's Peter Parker. Mary Jane.
All right, what you picking? Last one. I think I stumped you guys. What y'all, 6 out of 10 or either 7 out of 10? I think I got 3 or 4 wrong. I don't even know. Oh man.
It's 3. I don't know.
Come on, lock something in. Lock something in for the review.
Can I get it? Can I like phone a friend, get a hint or something? Next audience.
Sure. Let's see if Shawnee can help you out. Shawnee, come here real fast. They need you. Oh, come here real quick. You can bring the kids. Hi.
Yellow.
All right. They phoning a friend who wants to be a millionaire style. Put one of these in.
What is that?
They're doing guess the movie and they phoned a friend in. That's what they need you for. Here, go right here to the mic.
I have no idea what that is on the screen, though.
They ask. I can't hear them, so.
I don't know.
It's some type of like superhero movie, I guess. It looked
That
like
looks like Scarlett Johansson. But I don't know what that is. But she's giving him a needle.
could it be Captain American Black Widow?
No.
I don't think so.
Alright, is this supposed to be a cartoon show? Or a movie?
It's supposed to be a movie, but he's AI cartoon.
I'm down with Days of Future Past.
That's probably Batman. Something else. I don't know what that is.
Thank you for the help,
Sorry. Don't even know.
I think we agree on that. Thank God.
All right, so you phoned a friend. You guys ready to lock it in? This is funny. I didn't think this was gonna stump y'all.
I'm gonna say Days of Future Past. Elbow.
That is
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Batman.
X-Men Days of Future Past said it looked like Batman. Show me on the board. What is it? Oh, it's Daredevil.
Why he did not?
Daredevil.
Oh wait,
Daredevil.
That's not a movie, that's a TV show.
No, Daredevil's a movie. You did say Ben Affleck and you said Batman, which is the same, so I was close. It was so close. So the theme of this, yeah, Daredevil was a movie before it was a TV show, and the theme of this was because I saw Madam Web. I just looked up all the bad movies, the bad comic book movies.
It looked like a TV show.
Even though I like Daredevil, I understand that people think it's a bad
I
comic
like
book movie.
Daredevil too. He's blind. I thought she was lighting his cigarette.
Yeah, it was funny. That's the scene where they're fighting. Because if I did the poster, the stupid AI was just going to make a red guy, and you would have got that so quick. So I said, let me get a little harder at the end and start doing movie scenes. So I started it with Jonah Hex.
Yo.
So first 5 were easy. The last 5, I tried to get a little harder.
Hey yo.
All right. Let me wrap up tonight's episode. Wait, I can scroll like this? Oh, I can use the mouse wheel the whole time. So let's go back and review. This is just for me to see. Yep, Morbius. Bad movie. Better than Madam Web somehow. This I don't even really remember, but I know people said it was bad. Steel. He couldn't free throw in the movie or something like that because him as a basketball player couldn't. I don't barely remember this movie either. What else? Why is this go scroll up? There we go. Jonah Hex. Don't remember that movie either. R.I.P.D. would have been a good one to have on there. This stupid cloud monster messed it up. Good movie, but then the villain at the end was just a smoke puff of clouds. Why would you do that? Why would you have the villain be that? As a kid, perfectly fine with this movie. Even as an adult, I haven't watched it, but I'm sure I'd probably be fine with it because it's so bad it's good. It's so bad it's good. Elektra, bad. Barely remember it. Catwoman, bad Catwoman. Oh, it doesn't load up the rest. So yeah, that was the theme for that one. Alright, folks. I have to actually turn this into a 2-parter just because I got to go get my... If I didn't have to get my hair cut, we would have finished the last 2 topics. But we will see you next week live because they want to do live and I like it. We was having some fun. Same black time, same black channel. We out.
Peace.